Hi, good afternoon. I am going to try and give you a brief overview of NoodleTools just to get you started. I am by no means a power user. So there's a lot of features that I won't be touching on that I am not an expert in. You can probably find more information online or on YouTube. But first of all, as you know, you can access NoodleTools from the Clear University Library. NoodleTools link is there, and it will you'll have to log on, obviously. And what I want to run through with you right now is how to set up a new project. Couple features here. So we will do BAC 1000 training. That will be the project title. It's APA. It's advanced. We will submit. It opens up a dashboard for this new project. And you can enter your research question, your thesis. The sharing and collaboration section, I have used student collaboration. It's a wonderful feature for team projects. You add in the user IDs of your teammates on your project, and you continuously add the students until the entire team is entered. Then this project will show up in their NoodleTools projects, and as they're finding resources for the project, they can add them. This way you don't have to merge them at the end. It's a very, very nice feature. The to-do list I've not touched upon. Again, we'll run over here to projects. Now it shows that we have created this BAC 1000 training and that it is open. So we are going to go to sources. Once again, you're still in this BAC 1000 training that we created because that is the project that was open. What we want to do is we're going to create a new citation. What I want to start with is a book. I have a book in front of me with an ISBN number. So we're going to do print or in hand. You have many, many options to choose from under print or in hand, but we will do book. And what comes up is a input area that you need to complete. So in many cases, you don't have an ISBN number. You will go in and you will complete role. So author, compiler, editor, whatever. The names, you can add another contributor after that till you have them all entered. The title of the book, volume, publisher, year, publication, city, state, country, edition, series name. You fill in all the information you can from the inside cover. And then there's also a section for annotation. So if you are required to complete a bibliography, or if you just want to add a little bit of information for yourself, you can complete this. If it's for a bibliography, of course, you want a synopsis of the article, of the section of the book, whatever you are citing here or adding as a reference, and then that will print out as your bibliography. In this case, again, you can do chapter or section from a book, but I'm going to do the entire book, and I'm going to enter the ISBN number, which is 978-1119-248835. Now, before I click search, I want to bring up something else. This is a DOI, and DOI is a digital object identifier, and it's you can Google it and find out more about it. A lot of the articles, and this is for electronic sources, they don't have them, so a lot of times that'll be left blank. But sometimes I use it, and it's probably improper usage, but when we go to it, we'll go into ProQuest briefly, and ProQuest provides a document number for the ProQuest databases, and I enter that there because sometimes the URL doesn't pull it up, but the document identifier in ProQuest does. We'll see what it's actually called, but we'll walk through that quickly. So anyhow, I've entered the ISBN number. It's a book. We're going to do the entire book, and we will do search, and it brings up the book. We select the book, and we're going to import selected source, and then we validate. They want us to validate that this information, and this is correct. So we'll continue. Now what this does then, it pre-populates all of the fields that you would have to do manually. And you want to validate that. The only difference here is that it says on the cover of this book that it's the second edition. So I will type second here. And then we will scroll on down, and just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to add if I can spell it right, bibliography example of book. And so we'll submit. Now you can see that we have one reference cited here, or not cited, but added as reference. We're going to go in and we're going to do another one, and this is going to be an example of a YouTube video. So we'll do website, since YouTube is on the web, and it is a video clip. We'll run over here, and this is the NoodleTools overview. We'll copy the URL. Run back over to NoodleTools. Paste the URL. Now we want the title. We want the date of publication and the title. So we'll come over here and we will copy the title. And then we want to note that it was published on August 26th, 2016. So we're going to do August 26th, 2016. We're going to paste the video, the title, but it gives you a little information here. It says capitalized sentence style, only the first letter of the first word in the title and in the subtitle, if any, as well as the first letter of any proper nouns. So we'll paste this in, and see you get a warning, and that is because the first letter of the word overview should not be capitalized. So we'll make that lowercase, and that is APA style. You go back to the video, there is no publisher on this. So we are going to come back. We're going to have to leave that blank. Excuse me. And we're going to type bibliography example. And we will submit. So what we have here are two references. I won't do any more at this point, but if you are citing, you're quoting something from this book and you need to cite that reference and you don't know how to do it properly in APA format, if you go to options, you go to in-text reference, it'll give you an example here. But because it's an entire book, you want a page number or a range of numbers. So let's do 25 to 35. You could do 25 alone, and as you can see, it populates this up here with 25, or you go 25 to 35. And what you would want to do then is you just copy this, and you will paste it right in your paper after your last quotation mark to be able to cite what you just quoted. It's absolutely a phenomenal, very easy thing to do. So then what you want to do, say you're done, you only have 2 references, you want to go to print export, and you want to export to Word. And it generates it, and you open it. And you have this reference page. Actually, because of these annotations in here, it could really be your bibliography. So if you need to submit a bibliography, you can change this from references to bibliography. But your reference page, all you have to do is go in and you delete those annotations, and there's your reference page. You copy this and you paste it right into your paper that you're writing under your reference section reference page, and it's in proper format. So very, very easy. This NoodleTools is a very good tool. So let's jump back over to wanted to run into ProQuest, and as you can see, that's just as an example. ProQuest is right here. One thing with ProQuest, and one thing you will find with instructors, is that a lot of times they want recent articles, like within the last 2 years. You also want peer reviewed, and you want full text. Sometimes you'll just get an abstract of the article, of the document, and that isn't really what you want for your research papers. You want the full text. And what you'll want to do is you want to go into advanced search. That's your basic search, and you can just end up with so much. So let's just do a search on NoodleTools. And anywhere, and this is anywhere in the document, you can have a Boolean search, very many options. You know, you can add more ands, we can remove a row. So you'll have to play with this and see, you know, to be able to get exactly what you want. But you want full text, you want peer reviewed. And now for publication date, let's go into a specific date range. So we're going to do, since this is July, we'll do July 1st, 2015. We'll go back 2 years to July 1st, 2017. And we will search. Now, we only have one, we do have a couple that have come up here, but the little cap here, this means it's a journal, scholarly journal. You can hover over that and see that, and many times your instructors will require scholarly journals. So that's an indicator of a scholarly journal. In this case, I don't see any more, at least not on this page. No, there's only 6, and they're all journals. So I want to just jump into, let's do raise the volume. And if you go into abstract and details, well, you can get the full text. You can print it out. Sometimes I do that and would save it, so I would have it handy and not have to go back through ProQuest. But if you go into abstract and details, you can get from here all of the information that you need to complete a reference in NoodleTools. You have the author, you have the publication title, which you will need because it is a publication, volume, issue, the pages, the number of pages, publication year, date, sections. Some of this you won't need in NoodleTools, but a lot of it you will. Place of publication, country of publication, and this is the ProQuest document ID. That's what I was talking about, that sometimes I'll put this in for DOI and it's probably not correct, but, and I apologize, it's probably not correct to use that, but it's sometimes a good reference. And then you have the URL. So anyhow, this is what you would grab from ProQuest. And let's just go back here one more time. Create new citation. Again, you have database. If you go back into Clery Library, you have the Gale Databases, and that's what you would, if you needed to cite or add a reference for a Gale database, you'd go there. Website, any website, like we showed you, YouTube. Printer in hand, that was the book. Anything else you might have in your hand, you flip through a newspaper or whatever, that's in print or in hand. Viewed or heard live, that would be, you know, maybe a conference you went to. File, app, ebook, and then there's others. So Again, you have a lot of options, but I just wanted to run through the basics with you, and I apologize for the dog barking. And hope this helps a little bit and get you started. Thank you so much, and have a great day.